Greetings adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. Today we are at Where Pigs Fly Farm with a lot of animal friends here, and especially these piggy guys here, which is very appropriate because we're here to check out the biggest, largest collection of pigs in the entire United States. As we get a little more acquainted with our friends, tag along for a very fun adventure.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
Located in beautiful Lynn, Missouri, Where Pigs Fly Farm is truly a wild place. Staffed entirely by volunteers, this wonderful 62 acres is home to over 100 different rescue animals. And of course, what initially attracted us to this lovely location, a massive collection of pigs. A vast majority of the collection lives here, in a building affectionately called Oink Hall. Everywhere you look, there are pigs, pigs, and more pigs. From books, to posters, to toys, to decorations, anything you can possibly imagine with pigs in it, on it, or about it, you'll find it here. Even a few famous pigs, like Miss Piggy and Piglet from Winnie the Pooh, make several appearances in this vast collection. I was blown away by just the sheer amount of how many pig-related items there truly are in the world. Not to mention, the collection continues to grow every day, and visitors who come and see it are encouraged to bring along pig artifacts of their own to add to the hoard. Every nook and cranny is packed with pink little piggies. You never know what you're gonna see around the corner. Not wanting to be limited in what medium the pigs were collected, certain sections were cordoned off to be specific, such as this area here that had DVDs, VCR cassettes, every form you can think of pig movies. And then next to that were pig-related board games, and then a large library full of, you guessed it, books about pigs. But towards the back of the building was a room not about pigs, but rather birds.
Here we are in the aviary with our new friend Pretty Girl. How are you, Pretty Girl? Climbing around. Whoop. I got you.
These feathery birds were very friendly and were very comfy at their home here on the farm. There was a nice little rabbit that liked to hang out with them. They were all friends. Sebastian, the macaw parrot, was gorgeous. I love that coloring on him. Everybody here got along. And you might not think that they would ever be friends, but there was even a cute little rat who lived here with the birds. But we had to wave goodbye to these feathery friends and move on to see more of the collection. As crazy as it may seem, this initially was the overflow area, and they are actually in need of even more space soon to accommodate the fast-growing amount of pigs. But let's head outside and see more of this farm. One of the friendliest animals that we had the pleasure of meeting was Emma the emu. Though emus sometimes get a bad reputation, Emma was very sweet and followed us around pretty much everywhere we went that day. You could actually feed her by hand, and then she'd even lay down so that you could pet her. These guys here weren't so sure if they wanted to be pet or not. But in truth, every single animal here was extremely friendly, and as soon as they saw you, ran right up to get some attention.
As you can see, sheeps, goats, horses, this farm truly has it all. And they are all very friendly.
It's even more heartwarming when you remember that most of these animals were rescue animals or hurt and nursed back to health to find a friendly, happy home on this farm. Getting to walk around and interact with all the free-roaming animals made this feel like a very special place, and it truly was. We headed around the barn to meet what was probably one of my favorite animals.
They even have a very friendly camel named Leroy. Leroy loves crackers, and Leroy can actually do something very special. I'm going to demonstrate this here for you. You just take a cracker, you put it right here in your mouth. Oh, we're going to do it one more time. You ready, Leroy? Here's a cracker. Oh, there you go. Such a good boy. Isn't that amazing? Oh, you dropped that one. Here, surrounded by all these pig benches, very appropriate, we have the actual museum building. The Pigs Aloft Museum. Now we're inside the museum on the first floor, and pigs are everywhere.
Just like we saw in Oink Hall, every square inch of the museum is stuffed with pigs. Being displayed in a house like this, they kind of thematically kept things where they could roughly be in a house, be it living room decoration, kitchen goods, etc., etc. Just whatever made that room feel right. I know personally, my mom is a huge fan of pigs, and she would be in heaven at this museum. And even though it is technically a unconventional museum, I gotta say, the inside of the Pigs Aloft felt extremely cozy. The kitchen is very cute. I feel like the pigs fit in brilliantly here. But I have a feeling that I would feel guilty if I ever decided to make up some bacon or pork chops in this kitchen. I think this Keurig and the coffee stuff there was probably the only thing in the kitchen that wasn't pig-themed. Honestly, I thought the pig section of the Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum in Gatlinburg, Tennessee was probably the place that I was going to see the most pigs in one location of my life. However, this museum blew that way out of the water. Even the walls had different framed news articles and pictures of pigs. While the museum may not be housed in a massive building, they still manage to pack in a huge amount of pigs. Some areas were so filled with pigs, it almost felt like somebody had played a Tetris game, except instead of blocks, it was pigs. And I really liked the color coordination of the piggy bank shelves.
The collection of pigs continues on the second floor, but something even cooler. This entire place is also an Airbnb, so if you want to, you can spend the night in this pig paradise.
With several rooms available, staying here using the Airbnb option really puts you right in the middle of all the fun, pig-tastic activities this farm has to offer. Plus, where are you ever going to find a room as adorable and cozy as this one? The flying pig ceiling fan was probably one of my favorite little details. And I don't know what it is, but for some reason, plushies of pigs just look softer than other ones. Every room has slightly different pigs that they choose to show off, so no matter which one you walk into, you're getting to see something special. I love the creativity in all the piggy banks. We even had a SpongeBob SquarePants pig there. I never would have guessed that they had so many different creative options in how they chose to paint piggy banks. They're all very cute though. And some pigs were truly massive. Hopefully they don't get offended by me saying that. If you're looking for a unique and memorable museum, it would be very tough to think of anything that would top this one.
Let's see if we can meet the person behind this wonderful pig collection. We are here with Miss Cindy, the genius behind the wonderful Pigs Aloft Museum. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for having us. This place is amazing.
Well, thank you.
So I was wondering, how long have you actually had this place?
Well, I've had the Where Pigs Fly farm for 10 years, but we just moved here 5 years ago.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was on a smaller farm. It was just a weekend thing, and now it's a full-time thing.
It kind of grew, huh?
Yeah, it grew dramatically. We had about 130 rescue animals at the other farm. We are up over about 500 now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
that's
amazing.
Yes.
It is.
And they're all so friendly.
They are. Aren't they? We have the best animals.
So what was, your inspiration behind collecting the pigs and starting this up?
Well, it was kind of God's shove to put me into it.
Okay.
I had fitness clubs in downtown St. Louis for 15 years, and swore to God I would never go back to farm life. I moved off the farm when I was 17. There was no way I was ever going to work that hard again. And I had a little weekend farm that I would bring kids out to from St. Louis, and I called it Where Pigs Fly because I moved off the farm and I swore I'd never go back. My brother was like, yeah, you will. I said, When Pigs Fly. That's where the name came from. Well, there was a gentleman in Wisconsin who was trying to achieve the world's largest pig collection. He got cancer, passed away. His dying wish was for his collection to go someplace where the public could view it. I got a call from a radio show host out of Arizona one morning. She wanted to talk to me about Where Pigs Fly. I thought it was a joke. She said, nope, we throw a dart against a map. Wherever the dart lands, we call that business. So I said, okay. Well, as it turned out, this gentleman's sister-in-law lived in Arizona, heard that little 3-4 minute conversation, calls her sister in Wisconsin, says, I know where the pig collection needs to go. So 2013, I went to Wisconsin, picked up his pig collection, brought it back to my little weekend farm. 2 years later, God said, you're going to get a bigger farm. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm ready to retire. And he's like, yeah, you are. Well, I said, I need this, I need this, I need this. And sure enough, he provided. And
there you
5
go.
days later, I had this farm. And I quit the fitness club industry, moved out here, and I've been here for 5 years now.
I think it was a good choice.
I think so too. I've never looked back. It's amazing. God sends you down some crazy roads, but
you got to trust
for a
sometimes,
reason.
right?
Yeah. So it was definitely God's will that I do this.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for letting us be here. Is there anything you'd like to tell everybody about the museum, about the farm?
Nope. It's a wonderful place to visit. We have visitors from all over the United States, all over the world, really. We get visitors from everywhere. It's a fantastic place to visit. However, when you do come out, you want to make sure that you dress in old clothes
Yes.
and old shoes. Maybe bring an extra pair of shoes along to wear on your route home so you don't have to smell what you may have stepped in. And we also do Airbnb. We get a lot of people that spend the night here.
That's right. You saw those awesome bedrooms up there. That can be you staying there.
We do have 8 dogs that sleep in the house, so if you don't like dogs, this is not the place for you.
But they're all very friendly.
They
like this
are,
guy
aren't
right
they?
here.
We have the best animals. We really do.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We can't wait to come back. Hopefully do the Airbnb next time.
That would be great. I would love to host you guys.
Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, after you visit the collection, you can stop by the gift shop to bring home your very own pig.
With everything from figurines to cups and awesome t-shirts, you're sure to find something here that you fall in love with. Speaking of falling in love, we couldn't leave without meeting the piglets. As adorable as these little guys are, I fully understand why you'd want a huge collection of them. Well, my name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Make sure you check out wherepigsflyfarm.com to help support this amazing farm. We'll see you next week.